in becoming an instructor for the Holmes Institute?
So I just want to be clear. I am studying to be.
Oh, you're studying.
So what I'll tell you what is involved. A lot of self development work, a lot of letting go, and a lot of healing. Letting go of resentments, anger, and a lot of healing, and a willingness to open your heart. And just reading, but really it's about all that curriculum is designed to do is to break you open, to allow your true essence, which is God, which is love, to come forth as your predominant characteristic in this world. And that's tough to do because every day you step out there, you're getting in the face with a lot of stuff, and to keep that heart open. So it's so far I've been through 2 years of prerequisites to get into the practitioner program. So
oh my.
So
and do you expect to be a practitioner, or are you doing it only for self-edification?
So here's the beauty of that. Once you set on the path of consciousness, you are a practitioner. What I'm doing is becoming a licensed spiritual practitioner. That way, as I work with people, they get afforded the confidentiality of clergy. But I'm already a practitioner. I'm practicing these principles in my life.
Does the court recognize that?
Absolutely, they do.
The ordination that you might someday receive from this organization.
Yeah. And that's why I'm doing it, so people can feel secure in terms of our secular laws, which are subordinate to spiritual law.
Please just tell us the first service project you remember being involved in your life.
First service project in my life. Okay, I'm going back.
You could be a little Rugrat.
I was. I mean. Well, the first one that was labeled was field service. Jehovah's Witnesses actually go out and what's called field service, and they knock on people's doors, and we talk to people about the good news. The good news is if you join Jehovah, you live. If you don't, you die. President of the Black Student Union in college, and we did a lot of community service. We would go. Oh, not even. Okay, so when I was in the 5th grade, we would tutor the 2nd graders.
Under the church?
No, in school. Just in school.
In a public school?
Public school.
Great.
Mentorship program. Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks for presenting that for me.
Can you describe a moment for us when you had an epiphany and you knew that service was going to be a major aspect of your life?
Yeah, this was when I was a senior and I was the president of the Black Student Union. And actually, back up, it started when I was a sophomore. When I was a sophomore in high school, my history teacher wanted me as a sophomore to be the president of the Black Student Union. And I couldn't be involved because of the religious. We just don't get involved in politics of any kind, secular activities. I would have been a great student body president. I was asked to do that. I think I'm a natural leader, but you don't have to be. I've been gifted. I speak relatively well, a good command language, and I think every now and then I come up with a good idea. And because who I am, I like to bring people together. Like how can we make it work? That's I think I've always looked at life that way.
Even in the Black Student Union, you were trying to bring the members of the Black Student Union together with the rest of the student body.
Absolutely. So we just have an awareness. And so, but the epiphany was actually, it was kind of a prophecy was told to me. I didn't go to the meeting, the organizational meeting, my best friend did. And he came after, this was when I was a sophomore, he came back and said, Marv, she was talking about saying, we need Marv, he's powerful, he's a connector, he's a communicator. And then, so I kind of knew that, and then when I was a senior, when I got to like 17, my mom knew, because I had told her earlier, I don't believe this. So she started giving me my rope. So I became president, and I remember just being up there, and my words affected people. I don't always know what I say when I speak, because I just try and drop it in my heart, but I saw that my words have a profound effect in bringing people together, so I've known since I was about 17 or so that my role is to share and to kind of bring people together.
I'm going to describe 2 hypothetical viewers for you.
Okay.
One of them is doing well in their life. They're appreciated in their profession, they're doing well financially, probably educated, maybe married, kids, maybe not, whatever. Very socially active, very busy in their life, no financial insecurity projected at any point in their life. The other person is someone who's maybe not educated. Maybe they're struggling. Maybe they're even serially unemployed. You know, they work, they don't work, they work, they don't work. But they're trying. It's all they can do each day to get dinner on the table.
An actor.
No, I was thinking more like somebody who works at the
No.
the market that around the, you know, people living in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so neither of these people have ever done anything, given one nickel or given one moment of their time to serve any issue or cause outside themselves. Now, they might include their children as part of themselves, but besides that, they've never done anything for anyone. Why? Speak to each of them. Why should they want to be of service to something other than their own narrow self-interest?
Because no matter who you are, no matter what your station in life, you matter. We're all here for a purpose and a role. And I mean, to the successful person, I would say, do you really want to be successful? Because you can pick up any leadership book. You can pick up any leadership book by any Fortune 500 CEO, former, or any consultant, and it'll tell you, you really want to succeed in life? Be of service. Come from a place of service. Okay, so it's self-serving, and it's self-serving. I mean,
Well, they might serve their customers, but that's because it grows their business. But they don't give the Boys and Girls Club anything, or they don't, you know.
yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I don't necessarily live in that world because I right now I have, but when you think about, I'm thinking about of those two particular viewers out there, and you know, you have that poor person who, even if they go to church, you know, they tithe, they give, you know, you can't experience the fullness of life without giving of yourself to others. I just would encourage you to do it, because it doesn't take money. It does take some time, but what really takes is just good intentions. And I think, I don't know who this person is we're talking to, but I think someone's done something for someone sometime, and it just, when you just do a random, like I let two people go ahead of me in the line at the post office today, and it was such a big deal for them, and it was nothing for me because
You weren't in a rush.
I wasn't in a rush. And it felt good. You know, I live in New Jersey, and in New Jersey you can't pump your own gas. They have attendants, and like a couple weeks ago it just dawned on me to tip these. No one tips these guys. These kids are standing out there. It's cold.
Well, they're mad because they're paying more per gallon for the.
Exactly, and I started tipping them, and just like, because they just to acknowledge them, it's like $2 or $3, and they're like, "Thank you," and it just makes me feel good because I'm acknowledging them. You know how you can
Next
serve?
time you come back, you're going to get service.
And I didn't do it for that. I did it because I just realized, like, oh my God, it's 11 o'clock at night. It's 40 degrees, and this kid's out here pumping my gas. And I don't know what his life's like.
It's probably not that good.
But, you know, and he's making whatever he's making an hour. But, like, this is a small gesture, and and I felt good. Not necessarily, it just felt good to see his reaction. To get, he was like, man, I got acknowledged. You know, you can be of service by saying hello, by connecting with the person who's ringing up your groceries at the store. I mean, like I said, it doesn't cost money. You can say hi. I don't know who said this. You can serve by smiling, walking down the street with a smile on your face. It really, so many easy ways.
Well, you could tell the cashier how cute she is.
Well, that's serving and flirting.
Well, yeah, but even if you have no intention of trying to get to know her, just telling her how cute she is.
And I do that. You know what, too? I say to random women, you know, just so you know, you need to hear this. You look wonderful today. you really have a nice outfit, or when you or someone nice a man nice shoes. When you can compliment someone, thank you. Really, just tell someone. You know, I call all ladies young woman, and I call all men young man. No matter what they may look like chronologically.
Even if they're 19 or 90.
Exactly.
What could each of those people expect to get out of doing those simple measures of service that you suggested?
There's this thing that's not really tangible. It's called joy, and it's an experience. You can look it up in the dictionary, but it's an experience. Like I said, when I gave that kid that tip, I just experienced joy. It's elation. It affects your brain. Chemicals get released, good chemicals that you're supposed to have in your brain and your body, and you just feel good, and you know that you've done the right thing.
If you knew that you could not fail, if I could give you an ironclad guarantee 100% of success in your next venture, what would you attempt?
It's easy, and I'll tell you. I'll preface this by saying I love this question. I hate this question because it always comes back to you're not really doing what you want to do. I'd make a movie. I'd make a movie I'd make a movie about. I'd turn my life into a movie. First of all, everyone's life is a movie. Everyone's life is a book. It's a story. It's evolving. And I was thinking today of the amount of drugs and alcohol I took. The average person does not go to where I went and come back. And I believe that's to tell my story. So I would
You'd make a story about your using.
I'd make a story about redemption. I think life's about redemption. I think the true story of life is that it's never too late to turn your life around in an instant. Like you said, and you have an epiphany and everything shifts. So I would put it out there because I'm not a typical story. My parents were married 50 years. You know, there wasn't drug or alcohol abuse in the home. There's none of those factors, the quote unquote factors that you normally look to. I'm well educated. So I just the story is more about it can happen to anyone, and a lot of funny stuff happened too. So it's like a comedy, but more what it revealed to me, and maybe someone can see themselves in it. It's not so much like, because I mean, there's certain movies that just it looks like, man, you watch them, you want to do drugs. you see Blow with Johnny Depp, you're like, that dude was king. You know, I mean. You see Scarface.
The huge pile of cocaine.
You want to do drugs.
It's baby laxative, by the way.
But it would just be, if I couldn't fail, and it's not even about the money. So that's why I love and hate that question. I know I have a book, so just let my book out. I write my book, I get it out there, it get picked up, it get optioned, it get a screenplay, it make a major motion picture, and that affects some lives.
Let's pretend right now that all of humanity, all 7 billion of us, are going to watch this video. What would you say to us?
I'd say that I don't need to know you in order to love you. Because as I do that, as I love you, I love myself. And I would say, love more, hate less, and no, I have just, in my life, I don't have my millions of dollars yet, but here's what I do know, that everything that has happened in my life happens for my good. Know that we live in a friendly universe. That things, when I'm living my life that way, when I'm embodying these principles I'm studying, things just miraculously happen. Quote unquote miraculously happen. I mean, things just align up like you couldn't imagine. I can give you an example. Today I'm in California because I am completely